The video do have sound to it, but I just wanted everybody to get a quick look at it to let you know. Thank Mike Logan for putting it together for us. And it is on the website. So I hope that everybody can go to the website when they get a moment to look at the website and actually see the whole video and the music that goes with it. Came out very well.
Website name, please.
Website is board42.com. It's a great turnout, and thank you all for that did make it out. Those who didn't, we look forward to the next time we all can get together.
They had Charles Bassett. Charles Bassett, not a rule.
A quarter chicken.
I don't know how. I mean, he won it. He won the election. That was because, you know why? Last moment, the day before
Green spinach.
election,
And
you can't elect nobody because you didn't take it into. Day before.
green spinach and corn.
Instead of telling we got the election come up, to qualify to be involved in the election, you have to be updated on your dues. You waited the day before. You know what?
Ron Eady. Ron Eady. Ralph, I think that's enough, and everybody can go to the website and look it up for themselves and they can see it. We ask everyone once again to please put your device on mute.
That's it.
We don't need to hear your conversations.
I didn't do it last year.
Janelle, what's up? Yeah.
Ron, could you put your device on mute, please?
You plan a game today with all the numbers. You have the knowledge of God is called to the fly 4%.
Okay. Mr. Haskins, how are you?
I'm good, Bernard. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, great.
We would look forward to, thank you for coming out and spending some time with us. We really wanted to hear a little bit about what's coming up, what the expectations are that we may have for PSAL, and anything that we may be able to be enlightened with this evening so we can all know exactly how to perform and do what we need to do as officials working PSAL this year. And thank you and welcome.
More than happy.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
you ready to hear from me, Bernard?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, great. Good evening, Board 42. It's an honor for me to be able to come and share this time with you. A lot of you guys may not know about my background, but I've been an IAABO official for 49 years. So I'm a member of Board 37. I'm a life member. So I truly know the importance of officiating and what officials mean to the game of basketball, not just basketball, any sport. What you guys provide, you're so grossly underpaid. And we could not go forward without the effort that you put in. And we're truly thankful for that. This year, we are very happy to announce that we won't have the COVID vaccination that limited a lot of your members from not officiating because they elected not to take the vaccine. We are going with a new format this year. We no longer have regular season league play with the AA. We only have A and B this year. So because we don't have the AA for the regular season, we are eliminating the 3-man crew. Now, when we go to the boroughs, we'll pick up the 3-man crew for our boroughs. And after the boroughs, we'll branch out into a AA playoff, an A playoff, and a B playoff. Of course, in the AA, we'll have the 3-man crew. We are still running into problems this year, and I'd like to reach out to you guys for your help. A lot of you guys are officials. Some of you guys may officiate other sports. If you don't, I'd like for you to actually try to take on another sport, such as volleyball. We need volleyball officials. We need soccer officials. We need football officials. And we know you guys, you had a couple of members of your board who went to the highest levels of basketball by going on into the NBA. In Board 37, we also had members, and we just lost a great member from our Board 37, a brother by the name of Wayne Mackey, who when he branched off into football, he was just doing it, and he developed such a keen interest and talent that he went on to be an NFL official, and not just be an official. He finished his career as vice president of NFL officiating. So that's a plus to us. And where did Wayne Mackey came from? He came from where you guys came from. A lot of you guys came from Saboa, you came from our community, and on into IAABO. And it's a road that is only paved with success, and we thank you for it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at the PSAL. Our telephone number is 718-707-4200. And you can go online, PSAL, and find us in the DOE PSAL and find us, and you have questions and inquiries, we'll be more than happy to answer them. But tonight, I want you to understand that you are one of the most important ingredients, not just in PSL basketball, but in the city of New York. The work that you guys do is, we could not function. You're a plus to the betterment of New York City, and we thank you for it.
Thank you so much, Ray. I will get that number and send that out to everyone after the meeting to make sure that everybody has it. Between Victor and I, get together, make sure. And we'll put an email, and I know we've done it already, but we will continue to try to post that information on the website as well, so that everybody will always have the information if they have questions they want to get answered.
We also have a contact guy from your board 42 that's going to be coordinating basketball in the Bronx and Manhattan, Julius Allen.
Okay.
So he's one of your brethren.
Perfect.
And you could reach out to him, and a lot of you guys already have direct contact with him.
That's perfect. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. We did also, did you want to add anything else before I move on, Ray?
I know Brenda Morgan is in on this Zoom, if she has something to add.
Brenda, you're definitely welcome to speak. Are you on?
I'm on. Thank you. Just hello, and thank you for having me.
Well, thank you. Taking your time out. I'm glad you looked at the email and jumped on with us. And for all that you do at the PSAL. Thank you. We also did reach out to the Catholic schools. Mike had reached out to see if we can get someone to come on from the administration's office, and they were not able to get back to us in a timely manner. So we may ask them to come back at another meeting. We do have another meeting coming up. Hopefully we can get it prior to the season starting. This is basically our kickoff meeting. And one of the things that we want to talk about is how to prepare for upcoming season. Did everyone go see a doctor? Did everyone get a physical? Are you mentally and physically ready for an upcoming season? Have you reviewed your rule books? Have you done anything with the updates of the rules? Have you contacted your local boards for upcoming meetings, clinics, and workshops? These are all things that I think is very important to officials to think and not take it for granted. We prepare before the season starts. You look at listening to other folks, you want to make sure you look up your assigners, get their phone numbers, send them an email, follow up with them to see what's actually going on. The one thing I think is very important is, even though we have the Catholic schools and the private schools and the PSAL schools, there's a lot of other basketball that's going on. And we also got to know that all members are not able to do high school games for whatever the reasons might be. But one of the things that we want to make sure that there are other basketball things that's going on the weekends. So we want to make sure that all of our board members know. There are assigners inside our board. I am one who assign a lot of basketball other than PSAL or Catholic school. And I want all our members to know that we should be reaching out to myself as well if you're not able to get and your time don't permit you to be in the PSAL system. Okay, so just use that for full of thought. My number, and everybody should have it, is 917-282-1936. If I can help, I definitely will. The one thing that we also want to think about is, do your gear fit? Do you have a new shirt this year? Do your pants fit? Do you have a belt? If you do wear a belt, is your jacket fitting? How many do you have? That's important. Do they really fit? Are they dingy? These are things that may be easily said, but not done. And then when somebody walk in the gym and you're standing next to your partner and his shirt looks very nice and shiny and clean and yours look kind of dingy, that's a reflection of yourself. And sometimes that goes right back to your assigner signing the games, because you represent not just yourself, but the assigner who sent you to those games. For all the new officials, let's not look for, after the fact. Let's get prepared before the fact. So let's make sure that we know what we're supposed to have and what we're supposed to be wearing. And if you need help, you contact the executive board, or you have a mentor that's on this board. We want to make sure that you communicate with that mentor. Talking about mentors is another thing that we talked about, was find a mentor. We have a lot of ladies on this board that are good mentors. We got a lot of men on the board that are good mentors. Somebody is going to be truthful to you about critiquing you about becoming a better official. Okay, that's what a mentor is about, making you a better official. So it be a female, so it be a man. We just want to make sure that we understand critiquing and helping you become a better official is what we're all about as a board. The opportunities to work, we want to make sure that you pay your dues. We want to make sure that there's vehicles that you can drive because you paid your dues. PSAL or Catholic schools are not the only ones that we will be thinking about. We're going to be thinking about a lot of other basketball besides just the PSAL or the Catholic schools or the private schools. So I want everyone to think about that. If you cannot get to a game and you are a paid IAABO official, there are other basketball that you should be thinking about trying to get involved with so you can stay active in the game as an official. Okay, going down the list of other things. Victor was at Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club up in Throsneck. He was passing out the books. The books are ready. You pay for your dues. The books are yours. Victor doesn't have a warehouse in his house. He wants to get rid of those books, and we want you to pick them up. So please get ready to pick up books again. Reach out to Victor, but our next date is going to be October 22nd at the Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club again. It'll probably be there from 10 o'clock till about 1 o'clock. And sometime he may even stay a little bit later. Also, October 23rd, we'll be at Millbank giving out the books from 9 a.m. till noon. So please reach out to him to make sure that your book is being picked up, because he does not want to hold on to a whole bunch of books. It's important that you have your books. It's important that you walk to a game and have your rule books in your hand, so you can actually, in your bag, so you can actually go, and if you have to critique something of yourself or look up something, you have it in your hand to do it, not go home and then try to find it. Talking about bags, if everyone don't have a rolling bag or rolling suitcase, please get one. It makes your presentation a little bit more professional. And you want to always be professional as you take that court or walk into that court. It's not only when you're dressed on the court. You are actually being reviewed walking in and walking out. So please think about that. Make sure that you have the equipment that's in the right place. We're talking about our shirts. We're talking that they fit, our jackets fit. We want to look the part because we're getting ready to officiate the part. Okay. Randy, are you available?
Yes, can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good evening, everybody.
Randy's going to talk about the interpretation, so go ahead.
Yeah, this is going to be short and sweet. Just good evening, everybody. I was at the fall meeting, so I'll be bringing back some good stuff from that meeting. They made a nice video for the new rules and points of emphasis. So we will show that video, and then I will review what was on the video for you guys all on October 27th. It's going to be a Zoom again. We're doing the interpretation by Zoom, 7:30. All right, I'll be going over what the Federation had to say, what the New York State had to say, and if anybody want me to review any other topics before October 27th, then you need to just send me an email, reach out to me to let me know if you need me to go over any rules or regulations that you need a little touch up on. I was out there in the fall. I was there in Maine with Mike Howard, the president, and also Darryl Perry was sitting next to me through this whole meeting. So I'm throwing him under the bus too. So I know if I miss anything during our interpretation, Darryl will have my backup a little bit too. So that's it. That's all. So I'll just look forward to seeing everybody on October 27th at 7:30.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for all that you're doing to keep everybody up to date, the new candidates coming in and all that kind of stuff. So thank you.
Bernard, Earl, like say something, please.
Once we go through this, I definitely have an open period for all of the members to speak, if that's okay with you, please. Victor.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good. You want to give us an update?
Yes, members. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. I believe right before the meeting, I sent out a blast stating that the dues are now due. Fortunately, there are a couple individuals that sent me or gave me dues over the weekend. But as of today, dues are now due. It's $100. And I just want to let everybody know that the cost from IAABO National is going up. But we're not trickling down the cost to you through good bookkeeping and cutting corners in certain places. We're still holding the dues at $100. And I want everybody to think it's been since 2002 that the dues has been $100. So y'all could Google how much bread, gas, clothes, the train, all those, how much it costs then. And we have not increased our dues. So I just want to let you know that is very, very hard, but we're going to ask everybody to pay their dues and work with us so we can hold it at the $100 amount. I sent the email and it can come through Zelle or through the PO box. and that's on email. Anybody have any questions, they could always call me at 917-572-3054. The second thing is Bernard spoke about the books. We're giving them out, and it's going to be up at Kips Bay in Drogs Neck, 550 Balcom Avenue, and I'm going to be doing it not this weekend, but the following Saturday, the 22nd, and then at Millbank on the 23rd. I want to let you know that not only will I be giving out the book, the rule book, but the new IAABO handbook. And this is very, very important for everybody to know. The new IAABO handbook in the future will be replacing the rule book. Okay, this year you have both of them, the rule book and the handbook. Also, you will get your dues card, or your membership card. You will get the refresher test. You will get the refresher test. Now, Randy on the 27th will let you know how we will be receiving the test. There's something new out, and he will allude to it on the 27th in reference to some individuals will be required to look at a video and make a decision, and that may be your test. So there's some new nuances coming in reference to the refresher test. And I guess that's about it.
No,
if anybody has
you
any
got
questions.
the walk up.
Oh yes, excuse me. And the walk-in test. We're having a walk-in test again, and it will be the last Monday, and I believe that's the 29th.
28th.
The 28th of November. So if anybody knows anybody that feels that they're good on the rules and they want to become an official, or they want to study and become an official, we're having a walk-in test, and it's going to be on the 28th. I have not secured a spot. It may be up at Kips Bay in Drogs Neck, and it may be another site, but we're definitely having the walk-in test. I'm going to let you know things are changing in reference to IAABO, how classes are done. There's a thing called IAABO University, which is another apparatus to teach individuals to become officials. And I believe Randy will discuss that also, and hopefully we'll discuss it on the interpretation evening. And with that, Bernard, I think I touched all bases. If something I missed, please let me know.
No, great job.
You gave 2 dates. You gave the 29th and the 28th. So which day is it? The 29th?
Can you put that in the chat, please, sir?
I'll answer it for you. It's on the 29th. I mean, the 28th, I'm sorry. November 28th is the Monday after Thanksgiving. It's going to be the walk-up test.
How much is that test? Can you let them know too? How much the test? Do we have amount?
The cost will be the same amount. It has not increased. It will be $100. If we have one next year, I'm pretty sure it will go up as we have to rent space or make donations for space. So the cost of everything has been increasing. And that is one of the ways that we try to offset to keep the dues at the price of $100 right now. So right now, the walk-in test will be $100 as it was in the past.
Great. One of the things that I want to make sure that we all talk about is there are other members that have information that they want to share. We want to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to talk about the different things that they're doing that may be advantageous for the board members. So at this time, I'm going to open up the floor. If anyone has something that they would like to talk about. Earl, you spoke.
Yes, I'd like to speak. Good evening, everyone. Board 42. Just want to inform everyone that I am the new assigner of the Catholic School Girls. And it came down from Girls Federation that we are now able to utilize certified IAABO officials that are available and in good standings with their board. If you wanted to do high school, Catholic school girls. I have an open invitation to my staff. You can get an email to me. Bernard will send out my email address to everyone, or I'm in the book. We really would like that each and every one that applies for the situation read the rules and understand the rules of the women basketball and the mechanics, and you will be used as needed, because there is a shortage of referees throughout the city and the state in high school boys and girls. So with this collaboration, I think we all be able to work together. Myself, Antonio Brimmer, Heather Brown, Cornell Hampton, and all the other supervisors and assigners, because we all use the same officials day in and day out. And on that hand, I appreciate you, Bernard, Victor, and the staff of the executive board of Board 42. Thank you.
Well, thank you and congratulations. We hope that some of these members do take you up on that. We will put your email inside the letter that, the update from what happens tonight. So basically our minutes or whatever, we will get something out with that information out shortly. Does anybody else have something that they would like to add? What Earl just spoke about too, I think that, and I've been emphasizing it, I said it earlier, there are a number of officials that have been around for a long period of time that have relationships with organizations that they assign basketball for. We are not just a body of Board 42 for PSAL or Catholic High School for 4 months. We're an organization that's 12 months. We have to utilize ourselves. We pay membership dues. You want to be able to be engaged and just doing the basketball games that you said you wanted to do when you paid your dues. Now, some games may be a little above you, some games may be lower than you, but below you. But you may understand this: the more that you see games, the more that you see plays, the more games you will see. The more that you get out and network with folks, the more games you will receive. So I'm saying that to everyone for a lot of reasons. There are a shortage of officials. And as a lot of the new officials who are on this call, something that's very important. If you're waiting for the call, that call may never come. That also goes for some of our veteran officials. It's not done intentionally, because an assigner is trying to feed 500 people. You as a referee need to understand that you have to network, you have to get involved, and you have to communicate. And this way, by you doing that, it's going to give you more ammunition to get out there and officiate basketball the way you choose to by paying for your membership dues. So I want to emphasize that we have to utilize, some of these other assigners who are in our board that's willing to give work, but we need to pick up the phone and call and make sure that we get something out of being an IAABO Board 42 member, not just for a 4-month high school season. Anybody else got something they would like to add? Wow, all that chatter that we were talking when we got on the phone, nobody got nothing to say. Wow.
It's not good.
Okay.
Bernard, can you repeat the for Saturday the 23rd? Can you repeat the time slot to pick up the books at Millbanks for Saturday? I got off the radar for a minute, but I need to know the time for that Saturday, the 23rd at Millbanks.
So it's Sunday the 23rd. Sunday is the 23rd.
I mean, 22nd.
22nd is not at Millbank. The 22nd is going to be up at the Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club in Drosnet.
Okay, Kips Bay. Okay, good. For Saturday, the 22nd.
For the Saturday the 22nd. Okay.
What time?
We're going to be there from 10 to 1.
10 to 1. Got it.
Okay. And then on that Sunday, we'll be at Millbank.
And it won't be at 9 o'clock. It'll be probably about 12 to about 2:30, 3 o'clock, the latest.
Okay, I'm sorry then. I said earlier. So it'd be from noon till about 3. Okay, we'll put
On
that,
what date is this?
that is on the 23rd at Millbank.
Okay, and Saturday is gonna be at Kids Bay from 10 to 1, correct? I got it now. Thank you.
Yes,
And I just want to add, you will be receiving emails periodically in reference to the dates that I will be at the different places. So that Saturday and Sunday is not going to be the only dates. I am going to be out as many times as it takes for the majority of the individuals to get the books. I'm going to say again, there are going to be some changes. So please, you want to get your books.
okay. That being said, go ahead.
I have a question. This is for Victor. How often are membership dues due? I recall paying in spring of this year, the last time for dues. So I was just wondering how often those are due.
Are you a new member?
I'm about a year.
Okay, good,
year
good,
into
good, good. So this is how it goes. If you paid in the spring, you paid in, your insurance starts in July, and that's what you paid for. So now, what we pay now up and through, I'm going to say, because they've been giving us some grace periods, but through March, we'll pay for your insurance starting July 23. So you pay in advance. So what you paid for last March or prior to is for your July 1st to 22 through June 30th, 23. All right. So that's how it goes. You pay 1 year in advance. The books that you're receiving now, you paid for last spring or prior to that. So that's how it works. You pay in advance.
Okay, so it basically, I'm not due to pay until next spring, if you will.
You are due to pay ASAP as soon as possible. Now, and all I could do is say, if it is not good to wait to, let's say, the last day and you miss, then you assess a $20, $25 fee, which I was able to waive 2 years ago. But now individuals are getting hit with a $25 assessment, not by our board, but by the national. So if you want to wait till the spring, and if you miss, then you'll be assessed a $25 fee, or you may not get your insurance. And let me tell you how important insurance is. This insurance, you're insured for every basketball that you do. Not only high school basketball, but any basketball that you do. That's what's so good about this insurance. So if anybody, we have a lawyer on, but I'm not going to ask them to speak. If anybody had to go call a lawyer just to, for consultation, it's going to cost you $2,500. And I think that's low. So $100 investment for having insurance, I think that's a good bargain. Plus all other things you get from IAABO.
So my question to you is, okay, you say it covers all basketball. Doesn't this insurance cover sanctioned leagues, not rec leagues, street basketball?
Mr. Benitez, I will get back to you on that. If you
Okay.
have that specific question, okay?
Okay, got you.
Bernard?
Then, yes.
Okay.
No, I'm just looking to see if anybody else has any questions. Are there any additional questions or anybody would like to add something?
Bernard, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
This is Fred Ellis.
How you doing,
good
Fred?
evening. Good evening to you and everyone else. I was just wanted to check with Victor. Did Bill Modest mention our effort to provide some training and refreshing on mechanics and procedures for our new officials and older officials?
Yes.
That has been brought up, and I will be sending out the particulars in reference to that via on the email.
Okay, well, we basically are starting tomorrow at Frederick
Well,
Douglass
Fred,
Academy.
Fred, I
Uh-huh.
don't mean to cut you off, but why don't you just tell us and
Yeah.
Victor do the follow-up? He'll do the follow-up inside the email. So you got the floor, Fred. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, we do two things. We have sessions at Frederick Douglass Academy on Friday evenings, starting at 6 through 8:30. We also do the same thing at on Saturday mornings at Manhattan Center. Those two schools allow us to bring officials in to deal with their team scrimmages. And we use that in order to get our new officials more acclimated to officiating, using the correct procedures and methods and signaling. And also we invite our older officials who may have strayed away from mechanics and procedures and signaling and doing their own thing, or they may be commingling the girls' mechanics with the IAABO mechanics, and so that opportunity is available.
Well, thank you so much for bringing that up, because I know Victor have mentioned it already, and we'll make sure that that goes out inside some of the minutes so that we're totally understanding that you guys have been doing what you've been doing for so many years, and so many officials have gotten what they got out of it and moved on. They need to come on back and support some too. I see Lester Adams. I'm asking Lester to come on and say a little bit about what he's doing and what he can help with some of the board members who don't know what he does, as well as what I do. Go, Lester.
Well, good evening, everyone in Board 42. Again, my name is Lester Adams. But I also, like Bernard mentioned earlier, have a few events going on, or some leagues.
You went mute, Les. Unmute.
Okay. All right. Once again, good evening, Board 42. My name is Lester Adams. As Bernard Bowen mentioned, I, Lester, also have a few events going on. I have a charter school league that's very good for newer officials that's looking to get acclimated into the game. All right. Moving forward, I will be available if anybody needs to work on their game as well. And as just piggybacking on what Fred mentioned, I as well, because I work around the corner from FDA, will be making a couple of stops on Friday nights to help Fred and Mr. Bill Modest get everybody acclimated. And again, welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did anyone else like to say something?
Yes, I would like to say something. My name is Jimmy Atkins.
Hey, Jim.
Yes, I just want to find out. I wasn't sure. I was one of the referees that wasn't able to ref last year because I chose not to get the vaccine. I just was wondering, are we eligible to ref this year for the PSAL?
From what Ray said earlier, I believe you are if you've been in the system already.
Yes.
If you've been in the system, then you should be eligible to work, from what Ray said this evening.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
That's good to hear.
Yes.
I will circle around again with Julius just to confirm, just in case we had a miscommunication.
Okay.
But yes, from what I heard, the same thing. But we just want to definitely confirm that yes, that is what they're going to do in reference to the protocol.
I think Julius is on.
All right, thank you very much. And one more question. When is the last day we can pay the dues? I mean, do we have a deadline?
Yes, you have a deadline. The actual date that you can pay the dues is March 15th. but I would like to have as much dues come in before December 31st.
All right, thank
So
you.
if you could pay prior to March 15th, and I just want to let you know, there's a lot of work to be done on the back end in reference to you paying your dues and that information being forwarded to the national. Because I don't want to make a mistake and then don't get you in, and then something happens, and all of a sudden you say I paid my dues, and there's a miscommunication. I want everybody to try to do it as early as possible.
Thank you.
Julius, are you available?
Yes, he will be eligible to ref this year.
Great.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you so much. And we will be asking you a lot of questions. Here we go. Any other questions out there?
Are masks going to be mandated this year?
No, not by the state. Just to let you guys know, give you a little the state, no masks are required. That's from the state.
Okay. Thank you all for taking this time out. And on behalf of Mike's not able to make it with us tonight. But Victor and Randy, thank you for all your support. And all of the members, again, thank you for coming out at the banquet. And those who didn't make it, you missed a nice evening. I look forward again for us getting together soon. I'm looking forward to the interpretation meeting on the 27th, and we should all be getting prepared for the season. The main objective is be ready. Don't let it ready get you before you can get to it. All right, so if you got to get a physical, go get a physical, all right? And make sure that you're feeling fine before you start taking the court.
One question before you go. When did the season start? And could you list the, especially on the boys' side, the assignments for the boys' sides on all boroughs?
Yes, we'll get Victor and I work on that together. And I guess Victor will probably talk to Julius, and Julius will give us that information to get us all that. Is that fair, Victor, say?
Yes, definitely.
Thank you, sir. All right, guys, have a good evening. And thank you very much. Yes.
My question was about the rule book. We got a handbook and a rule book. Which one is the PSAL focusing on?
They both work hand in hand. They both work hand in hand. That's why you're getting both of them. You'll see that the rule book and the handbook work in conjunction with each other.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Julie, you have something?
This is Andre Gooding. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Bernard, with my employer, I'm allowed 3 times a year to bid different schedules and locations. I'm just wondering, what is the typical start time of a high school game?
High school game could be 4 o'clock, could be 6 o'clock. I'm not sure if it goes past 6 o'clock, unless private schools do at 7. But on a public side, generally 6:30 might be your last. It could be wrong.
The last start.
Last start time.
Okay.
There are
anything on Saturday and Sunday?
Hold on a second, Victor, help me out.
Yes, there are some games on at 6:30, and that's in the annex of Monroe High School, and that deals with wings, but the majority of them start at 4:30, and then there are some that start at 5 and 5:30. Some start at 4. So depending what team you get and what level you're at, they could be from, again, 4 o'clock all the way to 6:30.
Okay, and it's just Monday through Friday? Anything on the weekends?
They have games on Saturdays. If there's some cancellations, if there may be a snowstorm or something, and they have to reschedule, it's a very good possibility they'll reschedule on the weekend.
Okay. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Bernard.
Yes, sir. Sam, you got something? All right, I'm gonna close it up. Vic, you want to add anything before we close?
No, you wanna know something? So hopefully, is everybody getting their emails from IAABO? If they're not, please send me an email and I will do the right connection because IAABO sends out a plethora of information that is good in reference to officiating. All right, so if people are not getting the IAABO information, please send me an email and I'll have you connected. That's it, Bernard.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. Everybody be safe and look forward to hearing from everyone shortly. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Victor.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Good
Good
night,
night.
bless everyone.
Lester, what's up?